He built his own prison. He chose the location. He hired his own guards. He installed a jacuzzi, a disco, a rotating bed, and a section of the outer wall mortared with deliberately weak concrete so he could kick it open whenever he wanted. Colombia called it maximum security. His men called it Hotel Escobar. Welcome back to Criminal English. Tonight, Colombia, 1980s to 1993. A man who controlled 80% of the world's cocaine, who bombed a passenger plane, assassinated a presidential candidate, and bribed an entire government, then negotiated his own prison terms. His name was Pablo Escobar. And this is the story of how one man nearly broke a country. Pablo Escobar grew up poor in Medellín, Colombia. As a teenager, he stole cars and sold fake diplomas. By his 20s, he was smuggling cocaine. Within a decade, he ran the most powerful drug cartel in history. Forbes named him one of the 10 richest people on Earth. His cartel sent 15 tons of cocaine to the United States every single day. But Escobar didn't just want money. He wanted power. In 1982, he was elected to Colombia's parliament. He built schools, football pitches, and houses for the poor. Medellín's slums called him a Robin Hood. His rivals called him something else. To them, his motto was simple: Plata o Plomo, silver or lead. Take the bribe or take the bullet. 1. Cartel, noun. A group of criminal organizations working together. 2. Smuggle, verb. To move something illegally and secretly across a border. 3. Parliament, noun. The group of elected people who make laws in a country. 4. Assassinate, verb. To murder an important or famous person. 5. Bribe, noun/verb. Money given to someone to influence their actions illegally. By the late 1980s, Escobar was at war with the government, with rival cartels, and with the United States, which demanded he be extradited. His response was bombs. He blew up the headquarters of Colombia's secret police. He planted a bomb on Avianca Flight 203 to kill a presidential candidate. The candidate missed the plane. 107 passengers didn't. He paid street gangs the equivalent of $3,000 for every police officer killed in Medellín. Over 500 officers died. Judges were shot in their cars, ministers in their homes. The Colombian government was losing, and Escobar knew it. Would you have negotiated with him? 6. Extradite, verb. To send a suspect to another country for trial. 7. Detonate, verb. To cause a bomb to explode. 8. Corrupt, adjective. Willing to act dishonestly in return for money or personal gain. 9. Negotiate, verb. To reach an agreement through discussion. 10. Surrender, verb. To give yourself up to an authority or enemy. In 1991, Escobar made Colombia an offer. He would stop the bombings. He would stop the killings. He would go to prison, but on his own terms. No extradition to the United States. A 5-year maximum sentence. And a prison he would design and build himself on a hilltop above Medellín. The government accepted. La Catedral was no prison. It had a jacuzzi, a nightclub, a waterfall, a football pitch, his own guards, his own phone lines. He continued running the cartel from inside, coordinating cocaine shipments, managing finances, issuing orders. The Colombian national football team came to play a friendly match on his private pitch. The guards served drinks from the sidelines. Then Escobar made a mistake. In July 1992, he summoned 2 senior lieutenants to La Catedral, men he suspected of stealing from the cartel. He killed one with a pool cue. The other was beaten to death, dismembered and burned inside the compound. Their widows went to the press. The government finally acted. President Gaviria ordered Escobar moved to a real prison. Escobar's wife phoned ahead to warn him. When army trucks arrived at the gates, Escobar walked to the rear wall, the section he had mortared with soft concrete during construction, and kicked it open. He walked out into the mountain fog. 4,000 soldiers surrounded the prison. Not one of them saw him leave. For 17 months, Escobar hid in the city he had once owned. A 600-man search block, trained by U.S. Delta Force, hunted him street by street. Los Pepes, a vigilante group backed by his rivals, assassinated over 300 of his associates. His world was shrinking. He kept moving. He kept calling his family by phone. That was his error. Colombian intelligence tracked his radio transmissions, each call lasting just a few seconds longer than it should. On December 1st, 1993, Pablo Escobar turned 44. He celebrated with cake, wine, and marijuana. The next morning, his signal was pinpointed to a middle-class neighborhood in Medellín. Colombian police surrounded the building. A gunfight broke out. Escobar and one bodyguard made it to the roof. He was shot 3 times, once through the ear. His body was carried out into the street. The man who had terrorized a country for 15 years was dead, 24 hours after his birthday. At his funeral, 25,000 people came to mourn. His estate, Hacienda Nápoles, complete with his private zoo, is now a theme park. His prison La Catedral was stripped bare by treasure hunters, then handed to Benedictine monks, who turned it into a monastery. The hippos he kept on his estate still roam Colombia's rivers today. No one knows how to remove them. Quiz time. Answer below. 1. What was Escobar's motto for dealing with officials? A. Work or walk. B. Silver or lead. C. Pay or pray. 2. What did Escobar install in his self-built prison? A. A tunnel. B. A jacuzzi and a disco. C. A helipad 3. Why did the government finally try to move him? A. He escaped once already. B. He murdered 2 lieutenants inside the prison. C. The DEA demanded it 4. How did Escobar escape La Catedral? A. Through a tunnel. B. Dressed as a guard. C. Through a wall he had weakened himself. 5. How was he found in 1993? A. A tip from a neighbor. B. His phone signal was tracked. C. He surrendered. Drop your answers below and tell us, was Pablo Escobar a monster, a Robin Hood, or both? Or a man who bombed planes, bought judges, built his own prison, and still lost to a phone call that lasted too long? Pablo Escobar didn't fall because a government outfought him. He fell because he couldn't stop calling home. If you enjoyed this story, leave a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.